The purpose of the time-based routing is to add the working hours of the company to the call route and to describe its behavior outside the working hours of the company. The time-based routing can be created in two ways. First, in one of the sections. One-step routing, two-step routing, or IVR routing create the call route and press Convert to Time-based routing. Second, create the call route in section Time-based routing and add the time rules. The section Time-based routing settings describe the working hours of the company. The call route outside the working hours of the company is described under Non-working Time Route. To create new working hours of the company, press the icon plus New Exception. In the newly created settings field, Unnamed Exception, press the icon plus. In the Created Time exception, check Use Company Working Hours checkbox. If this checkbox is checked, the call route time will be used in the Settings section of the working hours of the company. You can find more about the settings in the Instructions section, Working Hours. There is also a possibility to create an individual time schedule. You can do it by defining the start and end time of the working hours of the company and selecting one of the options in Repeat Menu, Daily, Weekly, Monthly, or Custom. After the time settings are created, the call route has to be defined in one of the sections One-step routing, Two-step routing, or IVR routing. Detailed instructions on how to do the settings can be found in respective sections. Until the end of the configuration, until all of the call route conditions are not described, the configuration field will be shaded red. When all the configuration fields are filled in, configuration field shading will turn green and the icon Save must be pressed. It is possible to interchange already defined settings of the time-based routing by changing their priorities. For example, the company's working hours are used for the routing of the incoming calls, but on Monday from 9 to 1100 hours, the company will not work. In this case, you can just add plus New Exception and rearrange the sequence of the existing time-based routing. After the time-based routing of the incoming calls is created, you need to identify where to divert the call outside the working hours. It must be done in the Settings field Non-working Time Route or the settings will not work. After the selection of the call route, make a test call to make sure that the call routing is correctly defined.